I am your host, John Darr, and this is my friend, Charlie Delatorre, your co-host today.
I'm wearing a shirt.
I'm not. I was so focused on this. There's a logo on this shirt. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it says Harbor Town, which the Harbor Town event was a couple weeks ago, but this week is the PGA Championship at Kiowa Island, which is somewhat near Harbor Town.
South Carolina?
Yeah. I was so focused on wearing my Harbor Town shirt because I don't have a Kiowa shirt. I only have a Harbor Town shirt. So I was so focused on wearing my Harbor Town shirt that I forgot that it is a beautiful shade of green, which makes you see through right back to the...
So this set isn't actually... This isn't real?
No, this is not Elio's fault. I'm so sorry, Elio,
I don't understand.
that I messed up.
You're really making Elio look bad here, dude.
Because
people thought that he, like, built it.
It is cool.
It is pretty cool.
It is a really sad day for me.
It's sad.
Check my Instagram because I'm going to post a picture of what the set looks like from this side, and you're going to be really impressed. And I'm going to give all kinds of shout-outs to Fiesta Media and my man Elio Piedra.
You are wearing a shirt, though. Yeah.
Piedra.
Elio? Piedra.
Hey, it's May 18th, and today is National No Dirty Dishes Day. Who comes up with that? Really? No Dirty Dishes Day.
Shouldn't every day be No Dirty Dishes Day?
I mean, good Lord.
Is there...
It's national...
I'm writing this down. I need to do some homework on where this...
We need to create our own days.
Who makes
As a matter of
these days
fact,
up?
if you have a day that you would like it to be, just comment below because I'm going to come up with some crazy days. No writing for you.
Here it is. I got it right here. I'm finding out who
National
does
No
these.
Dirty Dishes Day. It's National Visit Your Relatives Day.
Never.
National Cheese Souffle Day. That sounds disgusting. But
what? Cheese
what
souffle?
I don't know.
Cheese souffles are fantastic, dude. I mean, they're not.
My wife does not like casseroles, so we don't get that kind of stuff very much.
Wait. She doesn't like at all?
She doesn't do casseroles.
But nothing. Like no kind of like a chicken and rice casserole or...
Very rarely.
Really?
Amazing cook, so I don't complain one bit. If I never eat another casserole...
I mean, I'm not eating a
and
tuna.
have her as my wife, I'm good.
The word tuna casserole makes me want to barf.
Grove, yeah, that's disgusting.
Like hot, warm tuna?
Yeah. No. National HIV Vaccine Awareness Day. I think if you just mention the word vaccine...
People start twitching.
People start twitching. I don't know. So who has gotten the vaccine? You're vaccinated.
Yeah, I did. I got fully vaccinated.
I'm not.
Are you going to take it at all?
I don't know. I probably will. Yes.
Everybody, Charlie had his second shot this weekend. Friday, Saturday. It's pretty. Shot 2 is pretty rough.
Is it?
Oh yeah, I was. Man, I
feel good.
No, I felt like. What's really funny is that I don't, as much as I'd like to say that I do, I don't really drink all that often. So it's been a really long time since I had like a terrible hangover, and it was It was one of those things where I was fine. I wake up the next morning and I really didn't feel very good, and it wasn't until 4 o'clock that I instantly felt better. That I realized, damn, I was just hungover all day. Like I felt like I had a serious hangover, man. Like
in a fog.
Yeah, not good. But yeah, I am.
I want to get some expert on vaccines, like an unopinionated, and I don't know if that even exists, but an unopinionated expert on vaccines. So if you're watching the show today,
you mean a scientific opinion as opposed to
I don't know,
political?
Somebody that, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure who we could get locally, but if somebody out there is watching and knows someone that you would be interested in hearing.
You want to go there?
Yeah, why not? I want to learn.
It's a hot button topic, man.
I know.
We're like cutting edge. Is it cutting edge? It's a little old news now at this point.
It's a little edgy. It's a little old, but
I will say, like, interestingly, and I would agree. I would love to have somebody come on and talk about like vaccinations in general. I think that's probably a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
I did see some interesting numbers though. Like no matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican, so let's not go there. But
yeah,
it is pretty interesting up what the party lines are like. So like 80% of Democrats are vaccinated.
Oh, sure.
And only like 43% of Republicans are vaccinated.
And I think we should have on the same show a pro-vax and an anti-vax.
Sitting on opposite sides of the
Sitting
table.
on opposite sides, going at it.
That's not what we do here, dude. I think this is that's a bad idea.
Okay.
I'm fine with the science guy.
We won't do that.
We do need a science-y kind of I don't know what you call them.
Episode?
Well, an episode for sure, but I mean the person who does vaccinations.
Scientist?
Are they like an immunologist?
Epidemiologist?
Don't say that. Say that again.
Epidemiologist?
Oh, that's better. That was way better than the first time. Isn't it like an immunologist?
Well, I just read herpetology, and
I did. I didn't know what that was, to be honest with you, when you first said it.
All right, positive quote of the day. Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. Og Mandino.
Yeah, great quote. Love it.
Hey, Elio, failure is not an option.
He says that all the time.
He loves that.
He does say that all the time.
Failure is not an option. All right, we're going straight into insurance tips today. I don't know.
I'm fine with this because you always say that to the very end because you're like, I don't want everybody to think we're talking about insurance
I'm just
all
going
the time.
In. It's craziness.
I got questions, so I'm happy.
It's craziness. The home insurance industry is in massive turmoil. Carriers are tightening underwriting. Rates are rising. So make sure you're eligible for the policy that you're applying for. What we're seeing a lot is people are getting quotes and they get this quote, but they're not actually eligible for the quote. So they go and they apply and they cancel their old, and then they get canceled by the new company, and it's just a complete mess because they can't go back. So we are absolutely
you can't go back.
No, you can't go back. So my staff is just doing an amazing job trying to help as many people as they can because rates are going up 10, 20, 40%. We had one that went up 80% the other day. And you can't, the grass isn't always greener on the other side, but it's just one of those things. So my advice is to use an agent to help you through the process. For example, we were dealing with a prospect that received a quote from an online company that they were not eligible for. The prospect said that he lied on the application about the age of his roof. So when you do that, you misrepresent, and if there was a claim, like a hurricane, fire, whatever, they will be denied for material misrepresentation, which means they give you your premium back and they say,
have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Good luck with your burned down house. And you got all kinds of problems.
So this person admitted to lying on the application?
They admitted, yeah. Wow. They went online.
Wow.
They went online, put in there that their roof was under 15 years old when it was actually 22 years old.
Ooh.
So now it made him eligible according to the online thing, and he applied, and and we told him, look, you're not eligible
because of this.
So 2020 was a record hurricane. Most people don't know this. There was a record year for hurricanes. There was actually 5 hurricanes out there at one time, which the only time before that happened was 1971. So it's
they went through all the names, right, and went into the Greek letters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
can you say all the Greek letters from your fraternity days?
I know Pi, Kappa, Alpha.
No.
Pi, Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Ray.
You missed Epsilon, but go ahead. Epsilon. You're good.
No,
but they got into the Greek names, right? There was so many.
They got into Greek. There were so many storms. So this year, the forecasters predict an above average, 17 named storms out of the basin, 4 of which are expected to develop. Congratulations for the last episode. Thank you, Jorge.
Is he saying this is our last episode?
I think so.
Is there something that we don't know about?
Are we done, Elio? Is this it? Is this the final episode?
I thought we were doing great. There was people watching.
I love George.
I think Jorge he's killing. He's got P-nose people here.
George. Thanks to your support for hold on.
Oh, for Carrie Ward.
Team members to help our nonprofit. Oh yeah, we do need more Carrie Wards in this world. Exactly.
Hey, does she own a boat?
She on the boat?
Does she own a boat?
She does own a boat.
I saw some postings.
She went boating. Yep. She's a new boater.
A new boat
owner. There's lots of new boaters in the world now because of the pandemic. People just didn't have anything to do, so they went out and bought a new boat.
I should have done that.
I think that's a good idea.
I don't have a boat. I just have friends with boats.
I got 2 boats.
I know. That's why we hang out.
How many do we have? Exactly. Maybe that's why. I figured it out, folks. I figured it out.
Oh, and Jorge's just jumping in on this.
Vaccine fight is dangerous.
We're going to turn this into...
Ooh, vaccine fight. Vaccine fight. Anyway, so that's the story on the insurance tip. let's do sales tips. We don't have a bumper for this, right?
No, but I have a quick question on the homeowners
let's go
before
back.
we get there.
Yep.
So we talked about this a couple of times about how things that happen in other areas can affect your.
Yep.
Is that what's going on now, or is it a product
Yes.
of because of these storms, or is it a combination of all of those things?
It's a combination of so many things throughout the world that are happening. Prices of materials are going up again. Storms and fires in California affect it.
Really?
Absolutely. All over the world.
So if you have, what do you do if you're a homeowner who has a house that's, let's say, 18 years old? Mm-hmm. You don't need a roof. Your roof is fine.
Don't switch carriers.
Don't. What if you get canceled?
Then
Is
you
that happening?
have to switch carriers.
Oh yeah. Hence. Hey, Joe's bringing beer. But so then what? Then you just pay the increase?
I think the lesson is go to an agent who knows what they're doing.
Okay.
Because you've got so many options, or maybe so few options, that you have to go through the underwriting rules to figure out what options you've got, and then try to work with a professional.
sense.
Don't try to do it yourself.
Okay.
It's just a mess right now.
Who does that on their own? People.
You have no idea.
Okay.
People. I have somebody the other day that thought they were an insurance expert and telling me all kinds of things.
Were they?
No,
They
were.
were
They were like.
I mean, they could be.
Not. They were not. That's
Okay.
not what they do every day. Anyway, they were really smart, but they were not
But they were not an expert.
an expert insurance.
I get that.
Knowledgeable.
All right.
So,
All
any
right,
other
thank
questions?
you. No, I think that's it for now.
All right.
Sales
I know
tips.
it's exciting. Sales tips. Find your niche. Have you ever heard of the term that there are riches in niches? You want to talk about this, or do you have any experience with finding your niche, Mr.
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, we do, obviously, because we tend to stay.
Absolutely.
In our sales organization, we're selling one kind of media, so it's pretty niche-y. And I think, what's interesting is that to focus on that, there are media companies like ours, or let's say publishing companies like ours, who over the years have tried to find ways where they're trying to remain relevant. Their printed product may not be as accepted as our town might be in our community, right? So they're looking for alternative ways of revenue for their businesses. So they sell everything from podcast advertising to over the air commercials on Hulu and everything in between. And the problem is that then they start diversifying from what they really do well. And I think you find that those companies, some of them can do it really, really well, or they hire somebody to dedicate to that task. But then they're, again, hyper specializing in just that thing. So I agree with that 100%. I think you got to find your lane, stay in it. You can find solutions for your clients, but at the same time, and offer them a bunch of different services. But it's got to be relevant to kind of what your core product might be. Mm-hmm. Is that what your point was?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, really, and when you find your niche, something that drives you and you're passionate about, or you have a knowledge about, or whatever, push yourself to continue to learn and understand and really be an expert in that niche, so that you're the one that's way out ahead above every other option out there. And and educate yourself. Like I put down here, there's some insurance agencies that focus on chiropractors. That's all they do, is they insure chiropractors.
Yeah, I never thought about that in the insurance industry, where they would stick, maybe from a commercial perspective, but never a business within the commercial genre, right? So like, I know that there are companies out there like in our business that build websites only for veterinarians. Right. So they're like a veterinarian agency.
Sure.
And so and you see this kind of pop up all the time. I never thought about it from an insurance perspective that, hey, we're only doing, but I guess like, I should have guessed that because of your trucking insurance side, right? So where you guys specialize specifically?
That's all they do.
Yeah,
they don't do anything else.
Interesting.
So anyway, that would be my sales tip of the day. Elio, can you run the bumper on the Sister Hazel live music update? So this week's Sister Hazel live music update. Usually I go searching all over the, God knows where.
You don't need to do that.
Google. I don't need to do that.
Why don't you need to do that?
Because here in my favorite magazine, the Our Town magazine, here I got to hold it right here so I have a body.
There you go. Hey, look.
And my friend Lauren Delatorre is on the cover of this. and Snuggles. No, what's the dog's
Eve,
name?
and Eve did not get permanently adopted, but she did get the foster we were looking for.
Awesome.
So that really worked out great.
Yay.
Thank you for all of that, and that was
Way to
great
go,
news.
Lauren
Yeah, that was
Del Torre.
great news, actually.
Way
So
to
we're
make
good.
your father look good.
But what's in there?
So anyway, sorry. Going back to the music, the music update. On page 67, on the left, you will see the Ma'am concert series. The Southern Blues and Funk is going on this weekend, Friday, May 21st to Sunday, May 23rd, out at Legacy Park in Alachua, 15400 Peggy Road.
Look at you! Look at the way you reading the mat. You look good, dude.
Yeah, man.
You look professional. I
I
dig
get
it.
a little free advertising.
But
for
it is-
Swing Girl Media.
It is really nice, actually, to be able to have that calendar, right? You
It
just open
is.
it up.
You just pop it open, see what's going on this
That's right.
weekend. Here
That's
you
right.
go, Ma'am concert series. It's free. I always
Joe.
like free.
Free works.
Yep. So there you go. This Sister Hazel. Now, one story I do want to talk about. We almost talked about it before the show, but we cut it down. Elio says to us on the
This true story.
just before the show when we're in the green room.
Hey, unmute yourself, dude, because you're going to be on. We got to talk about this.
And what does he say? Because I
We start
can't do the
talking-
accent.
We start talking about, we have this section where it's Sister Hazel live music, and we're
Yeah.
talking about the magazine, and you were like, I'm just going to use the magazine because there's so much stuff in there. And then we start talking about random, because we asked about Whiskey Jones. We played Saturday night, broken knee and all, by the way.
Filled the house, I heard.
It was
Filled
great.
the
It was
house.
great. We had a lot of fun.
Yes.
So we're talking about that, and then I was like, Elio, do you ever play? And he's like, yeah, I kind of pick and choose the gigs that I do. Do you know this local musician? And we're like, yeah. And he's like, I play with that guy every once in a while. And then he goes, again, we're talking about like bands like ours. Like,
Whiskey Jones.
like small,
Famous,
local,
somewhat.
more infamous in our own
Yeah.
minds, but sure.
Yeah.
And then he goes, just a boat to me and you. And he goes, I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of ¿cómo se dice? What's it called? Leonard Skinner? And we're like, have we ever heard of Leonard Skinner?
Leonard Skinner, yes.
Yeah,
the number one Southern rock band of all time.
Yeah, I think we've heard of them.
Yeah,
He's like,
why?
I play with the drummer all the time. Like, like he play up in Jacksonville, and we're like,
So-
he's like, oh, you heard of Leonard Skinner?
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, dude. I think we. So
Well, tell us
Elio.
the story. We shut him down. We said, Elio, you can't
He
tell us
started
the
talking, we're
story.
like,
We got to save it for the podcast. This is awesome stuff. So you're just walking down the road.
Well, no, honestly, I didn't know about this guy until actually we started playing in Asheville for like a concert series, like multiple concerts, and this guy was with like white gloves, like a huge drum set. It was like massive, and everybody talking about this guy, but I didn't have any clue who this guy was because and then I started kind of like digging into the story, and then who is Leonard Skinner? Who is Leonard Skinner? What happened with this band? And then a friend of mine like, dude, this guy is a rock and roll Hall of Fame like musician. I was like, really? And I already left the guy and everything. And actually, we have pictures, and we have the band that I went to Asheville in North Carolina, and we play with. But it's funny because excuse my ignorance, I didn't know.
Well, no, I mean, I
don't know his name.
I don't either, but it's. I just thought it was hysterical. You're like, it's like saying, have you guys ever heard of the Eagles? You know who the Eagles are?
Yeah. There's this band from London, the Beatles.
Have you heard of the Beatles?
Yes.
And the same thing happened to me at Hard Rock Cafe in Las Vegas.
Who'd you play with now?
With Ras, but this one wasn't intentional. It was by accident. It was Rasco Flash.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
But my wife used to talk about this band all the time, and I kind of knew what they were. I didn't know that they were like very popular until something happened to the drummer and the shoulder. And I was passing by. My wife heard like something was happening. It's like, hey, we're desperate because we had like 3 hours to jump on stage, and this dude had an accident in the motorcycle, whatever. And then it's like, no, but I can do that. Man, it was, I gotta tell you, like, it was insane. But the Leonard Skinner story, it is even more like, random because I was playing with the guy, but I didn't know who the guy was.
He probably loved it. He probably thought that was awesome. Was he a nice guy?
No, it was,
He's
he
a
was
jerk?
No, it was very nice, honestly.
All
Nice
right.
guy.
Hey, serious question, Elio. You ready?
Yes.
Who's a better drummer, that guy or you?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I really ask you that. I am the better drummer.
I like it. I like it.
No, but it's just like that's another generation. He's an old guy, you know. But I gotta tell you, he has a lot of charisma. He is he's a character, you know. Playing with is a character, you know. White gloves, a huge drum set.
Is he the last member alive from Skinner? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was reading.
Such a shame because those guys were just so talented.
Oh, they were great.
Just so talented.
We
Well,
played
that's
a little-
cool. So you just played with. How long ago was this, Elio?
It was like a year and a half ago.
Oh my
Thursday.
gosh! Yeah,
It
last
was
Thursday.
Thursday.
And when did you play with Rascal Flatts?
No, that was like almost like 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you just filled in for the drummer down in Tampa?
That was like an accident that happened. Yeah.
Uh-oh. We have a live update.
There is a
Joe Hancock.
I guess Ma'am is canceled.
Ma'am is not happening this weekend, replaced by new event June 5th at Legacy Park. See?
Thank you, Joe Hancock. Live updates there.
Live updates.
Huh.
Love me some Joe Hancock.
Hey, do you feel like maybe Elio peaked and now he's just kind of slumming it with us?
Well,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, I don't get that.
I'm every time I see him, I feel like other people do with the drummer for Leonard Skinner.
Have you
I
ever-
look at him and I'm like, dude, you are a rock. I get starstruck.
Have you ever heard of Elio Piedra?
Yeah.
All right, well, speaking of Our Town, we were talking about that earlier. Let's talk a little bit about our Town feature article of the week. And it's got to, I told you this is our pet issue. So you had one cover. Here's the other one that we have here of Lee, Eve and Lauren. But I want to mention the fact that it's all about pets and animals in this issue, as you guys know. We talked about it already last week. But there is a recipe in here to make your own homemade dog treats. And,
Wow.
Yeah.
Lulu's going to be so excited.
That kind of looks a little like...
It does kind of look like Lulu.
A little.
Yeah,
a little.
She's pissed that she's not on the
This is
cover.
not Lulu, though.
I don't know who that is, but Lulu's
she's liking
cheaper.
those dog treats. But there's a whole recipe in here. We have this awesome series that we do called with Cynthia Wonders, Cynthia Winterroad, excuse me, who does this Recipe Wonders thing. And we did a dog one this time where we actually do dog treats.
Huh.
You can make them yourself. There's a couple of pages in here. It has the whole recipe. You can do it for yourself. It's kind of a fun way for you to make your own treat and be able to enjoy what Cynthia writes. She's a columnist for us that writes in almost every issue, so there's always great recipes that she has from a giant book of like great-grandma, grandma, handwritten little notes. So she shares some of those with us in the magazine from issue to issue. I don't think this one was in the big book of everything, but it's a pretty cool one for dog treats. So this is Daisy Dog Biscuits. Check it out. It's on page 67, I believe it is. So of Our Town magazine, check it out, and it'll be there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, maybe I was wrong on the page number. I don't know. It's in the book. You can take a look at it.
It's close to that.
Oh, 42. Page 42.
42. He was close.
That was close.
He was close.
So yeah, there's Daisy's Dog Biscuits. And again, Our Town magazine just came out last week for the pet and animal issues around all over town. Pick it up if you don't get one in your mailbox.
Sweet.
Thanks, bud.
And then Our Faves is coming up in July.
Our Town's favorites, we're contacting all of the finalists now. We had over 650 of those finalists.
Nice.
So we're contacting them to let them know that they're one of those 3 finalists in each category. We will announce the winner, of course, in our magazine in July, August, and then at a live virtual event that we're doing, which is really exciting. And we're kind of finalizing the date for that. I mentioned it was July 8th. It might be a slight adjustment to that, but it will be a live virtual streaming event that you guys can watch at home and be able to see the categories and the winners of each category live on hopefully YouTube and definitely Facebook. More information on that to come to work on that. But it's kind of nice. Yeah, really looking forward to it.
I have a surprise for you guys before we finish the show.
You have some what?
I have a surprise for you guys before we finish the show.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's get to the end.
The dude
Here we
from
go.
Leonard Skinner just calling in.
The dude from Leonard Skinner is calling in to play some drums. All right. Elliot, did we have the sports bumper?
Yes.
Talk some golf.
Here we go.
All right. So after 80 tries, the guy named K.H. Lee won his first PGA Tour
I don't know who
event.
that is.
He's not a household name for sure. He had played in 80 PGA Tour events, and finally he won one. So he not only wins I don't know, he probably won north of $1 million, but he also gets into next week's PGA Tour Championship down in Kiowa Island. So this weekend, Johnny will be watching a little bit of golf.
You're not going there. Are you going?
No.
Oh.
I
mean.
I don't.
No?
No. I don't. If I'm going to go, I'm going to go play. I mean, I only watch when I'm not playing.
I get you. That makes sense.
I love to play.
That makes sense.
I'm not playing good right now, so.
You're not?
I don't know.
It's the hips, man. You got to work on the hips.
Exactly. All right. Any other sporting news before we go to the IT Pro TV Tech Tip of the Week?
Huge baseball series this weekend.
Who is it?
Florida faces the number 1 team in the country in Arkansas on the road.
Nice.
So huge series. Florida is in great position. They won the series again this weekend. I know we've been kind of doing this baseball update. Really have a chance to make some noise this weekend against the number 1 team in the country. So it'll be kind of fun to watch and see how that goes.
I actually went to a game Sunday.
They lost Sunday.
I know.
It's your fault. Is it your fault?
I think so.
I think we're blaming you. We should blame you.
It was my fault.
It was a good weekend though. They won Friday and they won Saturday, and then they lost the. So
you know who my favorite player is?
No.
Kirby McMullen.
You've mentioned it. Why is he your favorite player?
He's my favorite player. He wants to be an insurance agent.
He wants to?
He wants to. When he gets done playing baseball, I mean, if he plays obviously in the big leagues, then great. But he wants to. He's interested in insurance. So he is now my favorite.
So you like him because he came and sucked up to you and said, "Hey, how do I become an insurance agent?"
Yeah, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much
I'm with you.
to be my favorite. So yes.
So go Gators this weekend. Good luck.
Yes, good luck,
And
my
Kirby.
man Kirby McMullen.
Good luck, Kirby.
I actually met his mom in the stands.
I love how this is like perfectly positioned now.
Yeah.
There you go. I dig that.
How about
Perfect.
that? Exactly.
Well done.
Now it's time for our Tech Tip of the Week, sponsored by our friends at IT Pro TV. Today's tip is titled Issue Reporting. Issue Reporting. Just like your doctor wants all the details when trying to diagnose a medical issue, your IT person needs to know everything. Be sure you are communicating your issue to them in clear detail. For instance, what your error message says specifically, or a screenshot of your issue if possible. This makes their job much easier, which leads to a quicker resolution times. Hopefully it goes without saying that you should remain available to IT to ask any questions once you reach out to them. So any questions about that?
No, that makes sense. Totally.
I mean, it definitely, I've had enough of my own IT issues that I know they're going to want to know what the message is.
Don't just click through it and be like, hey, I'm having a problem.
Shuts down or whatever. Hey, they're going to know.
I got you.
So thanks to our friends at IT Pro TV for that tip. If you know someone who's looking for a career in technology, or if your business needs to upskill the IT team, IT Pro TV is your resource. They have nearly 6,000 hours of IT training that you'll actually enjoy watching. Visit itpro.tv and use the code PREMIUMTIME to save 30% off your personal membership. That's itpro.tv with code PREMIUMTIME. All right. It's 3:30 almost.
Hey,
what else we got to talk about?
Well, let's talk about some like pop news or like local, not
Love
local,
it.
but like
Let's
pop.
go.
Did you see that Bill Gates and Melinda Gates are getting a divorce?
Big divorce story. He was on Epstein's plane
I just heard
173
that.
times. Weirdo. Sick.
That's bad news, dude.
Sick.
I don't get that.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't get that. Yeah, I saw that though, but that's like, I mean, when Jeff Bezos and his wife got a divorce, I think she became like the 7th wealthiest person in the world just from the divorce.
Right.
So I'd be curious to see how that pans out. But they're not giving any of that money to their children. Have you heard that?
No. Bezos or Gates
family.
Yeah.
Like you got to go.
They're probably okay.
Well, I'm sure they're getting something.
They're probably okay.
But there's something like that. And then you have rewrote Bitcoin on here. Have you been watching that at all lately?
Let's look and see what up to the minute.
It's been a little rocky the last
Bitcoin update.
It's been a little rocky the last week or so.
Let's see.
Did you see Elon Musk on Saturday Night Live?
No. Was he good?
Well, he made fun of Dogecoin, like the coin that he keeps trying to like prop up the value on. And then he came out and said Tesla came out and said they were going to accept Bitcoin as payment for their cars.
Right.
And then came back and said that they weren't after his Saturday Night Live.
They changed their mind?
Yeah, and it's kind of caused a ripple in the Bitcoin pricing. So it was as high as 50, Oh, 62, I think.
62,000. I think it's down to like 40.
It's like 44 or 45, maybe.
It is up to the minute. It is down to 42,812, down 4.16% today.
Yeah. It's been going up and down. That's for sure.
Hey, we got a big show next week. I'm just telling you right now.
I saw that we got.
Our biggest show has been when Barzella and Papa and Melanie Shore Shackow was on the show.
Were they on the same show?
Very attractive, professional, wonderful, beautiful women.
They're great people. Yes.
Next week, I am proud to announce we are having Carissa Blazer with Pure Aesthetics.
And our town favorite finalist, by the way.
And our town favorite finalist.
Yep.
She's going to call in, and we're going to talk beauty.
Nice.
So if you...
She's got her work cut out for her.
If you don't tune in to Charlie and I talking beauty with somebody as beautiful as Carissa.
And on-camera Botox injections, right? That's not happening?
There isn't enough Botox. I'm a Botox factory.
I don't think I need I just need some.
I have enough Botox. I grow Botox naturally.
These under-eye bags are got to go, though, dude. I need some kind of, cucumbers.
You need blowing
or something.
up. Right.
I need something. Elio's got a surprise, he said.
All right, here you go.
Are you guys ready for my surprise?
Yes, sir.
Are you guys ready?
Dun, dun, dun.
We're ready.
Because so people need to know that Elio never, ever lies and will lie. So this post happened. I will have the pleasure. This is the post that happened. I will have the pleasure to share the stage with the Hall of Fame rock and roll drummer, the legendary Artemus Piles. That's the name of the guy. And this is the picture with the guy.
Wow.
Look at that.
You didn't Photoshop that in?
That's real.
Is that real?
Is he really asking that question?
That's awesome. Artemis Piles.
I like how he had to prove it like we said he was lying.
He looks like he's in Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, he definitely looks like. That's amazing.
Yes, no, the guy was amazing. I was playing. So basically, let me go back to the other picture. So the congas that you see over there, the conga, the percussion. Yeah, I was playing the percussion instruments, and he was playing next to me that big drum set. And I took that was the stage that we play in Asheville at the ISIS Hall. I remember now. You see, at the ISIS Music Hall. It is amazing.
In Nashville?
No, it was in Asheville.
Oh, Asheville.
Asheville. Yes.
That's awesome.
All right,
man.
Cool.
Well, we believed you didn't have to prove it. Now he's just big time in us.
I didn't believe you. I'm glad you showed us that because we needed something like that on this show.
That's awesome.
Somebody famous like Elio. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Premium Time with John Darr and Charlie Delatorre.
No green shirts, dude.
I know. I'm sorry I wore the green shirt today. What can I tell you? But stay tuned next week. Remember, like us on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and make sure you stay tuned next week. We will have some awesome stuff for you guys next week. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. And to all those out there, see you next time.